Hello, hello, hello. I am the PaintedDog and welcome back to episode 2 of our Timberborn Folktales Let's Play. Or playthrough, whatever you want to call it. Now, the last episode I gave a bit of an update of where I was and all that kind of things. But, yeah, if you want to know a bit more, go and see that video. Otherwise, let's go through it. So, I did a bit of work off screen. Let me quickly show you. Let's just get into landscaping. What I did was I unlocked the double floodgates. So behind these floodgates I added in the doubles and a bit of levees and all that. I already started building up these ones. And I'm going to add in 5 floodgates on this side and 4 on this side for bad water. I also went ahead and I placed in a couple of levees. I already built those ones, which is great. And then I added in a floodgate here, which is not ideal. We'll change this around later on. But I actually want to keep this area quite dry and clean of bad water, so we can get to these ruins a bit easier without contaminating our beavers. And yeah, I finished demolishing the blueberries in here. And I added in another woodcutter right there, because we have 9 beavers without work. We don't have any free beds, but we can address that later on. Our food is still looking good, so let's quickly see what we can do about that. Okay, so for this episode, what do we want to do? If I can get this completed, that would be great. I placed in a high priority for those levees and those platforms. I also unlocked double platforms, and yeah, then if this gets done, great. I lowered the priority on these ones to the lowest, on low, not the lowest or very low. But what I want to do is I want to get our tree production, our log production up a bit. So we demolished that, so we have this space left here. I actually wanted to keep this as farming area, but I think for now let's get a forester in here. Maybe somewhere like that. Yeah, that will work. Let's get the priority up for that. And let's plant a couple of trees. I'm gonna go oak as well. That will be fine. Some of these oak trees are into production now. We have pine trees into production, so I think that will be fine. If we get a couple of oaks and it gets a bit staggered, then great, then we can get these things done. I also unpaused the inventor so they can get built eventually. And I also built up another farmhouse. We have quite a lot of blueberries. As you can see there, the storage is full and the carrot storage is full. So we would actually want to unlock the large warehouse. For 250. I think for now let's first unlock the triple lodge. Take a look there. It's quite a large building. Isn't too shabby, eh, Nige? Do I want to place one in there? Just in the meantime. Ah, go on. We can always delete and change things around later. But yeah, let's get another one of those in, so we can have a bit of a surplus of beavers. So when that happens, that we get a die off of old age, then we can get that sorted. What I also want to do, I'm going to queue up quite a lot of things. I want to get more water pumps in here. Then I can delete this one, put in a platform there and maybe 2 there, and get these 2 shifted up so we have a bit more storage. And then I would also like to unlock the medium tanks. But then we don't really have space here, but then we can take out this pathway there, put the medium tanks, because you can see here it's a 2x2. We can place those along there and maybe shift things up a bit. I also want to get this done, but yeah, as you know, we need to get a bit of, let's fast forward this a bit so we can get stuff done. So I'm going to unpause all of this so this dam can get built. Then we can always change this up later, but I think for now that's fine. Then, if you take a look here, our large water pump has a maximum depth of 4. Now this area down here is a maximum depth of 5. If you take a look there. 5 up to there. So, one of two things, if I want to utilize that. For now, I can either place in platforms, so it's basically one lower than, that's a 3x3, so it will basically be there, so that area will be in the way. Or I can place it like that, so it's one tile of water that they can't reach. I think for now we might do that. Later on, when we get explosives, we might want to explode it down a bit, but for now, that's fine. Then, to get down there, because I want to do a bit of work in here, I think we are due for a bad tide, but we can see later if that happens. So it's one. I actually need to unlock. Do I want to unlock the triple floodgates? I don't know. Maybe a dam in here. No, one down. Otherwise we might get a bit of flooding, or we will get a bit of flooding over these areas. So let's take out that. We can always adjust later. That's a nice thing about this. Let's get dams in there. Then we can get that built up. I don't want it to flood over this area and over that. It's always a constant flow of water in there. So if that gets built, great. If not, yeah, we'll do that later. And I moved this up as well, so we can get a couple of, it's maybe 20 logs. So yeah, we can get that done, and hopefully this will get done sooner rather than later. I'm gonna bump up a priority of that levy there, so we can get that in, and then we can start with all this. Yeah, something like that. Then after that, as soon as this is in, we can take this out, demolish that, and maybe get them to collect that rubble and all that. But for now, that's fine. Everything's a-okay. We're in desperate need of logs, but it's starting to go up. I think one of the main things is this chews through the logs. But we need a couple of planks, because this will take some planks. As you see, that's a 40 to 90 planks just for the floodgates here, and then the platforms take a lot of planks, and so we won't have enough in storage now to supply the floodgates and the platforms there. But that's okay, we can address that later on. And then this also chews up the logs. So I'm gonna leave that at normal priority. I'm gonna bump this up to high priority. I'm going to leave that like that for now. And our forester is going around planting up, which is great. And then let's take a quick peek. We have enough of a large warehouse. This will be for carrots. And this takes 80 planks. So you see, we need the planks. We just need to ramp up our wood production here. And that's great, that can get to everywhere. So we need to start getting gears to be able to progress. And I think for that, let's utilize this. As I said, we want to change up the flow of this bad water river later on. But I think for now, we can work with what we've got here. This is also going to be a lower priority, but yeah, let's do something like that. As I said, I'm by no means an expert in this game. I've played a bit. I don't necessarily know the most optimum way to set everything up. But yeah, we can hopefully get this sorted so we can get a little bit of gear production going here. So let's do something like that. And then we can get all that linked up. Get a pathway going through here. Hopefully this won't give us too many issues. Get that out. And then we can always place in a couple of buildings in here. We might want to change it up to that side, but I think for now we can place a couple of gear workshops in here and maybe the lumber mill as well. We can get a couple more free up another beaver right there. We are getting through this, which is great. They built this one from that side. As soon as that's done, then hopefully they will start doing the rest. As you can see, the oaks are popping up, which is great. We have 2 lumberjack flags there, so they'll get through that. So, what I might want to do with that is get a hauling post. Place it in there. I'm going to make this the lowest workplace priority. So when we are in need of workers, we'll take it from the hauling posts first. I bumped up the workplace priority for the district up to high, just so we can always have workers here. As soon as we build up builder's hut, I'm going to place that also on the lowest priority workplace, because we have 4 builders here, so we can go through that, so that's fine. I really need to get this built up so we can get a surplus of food. I'm going to bump up a priority on that house and maybe for this as well. Starting to get less on old age. Do I want to place in a platform here? Later on I might want to demolish that, but for now I think we are a bit strapped for cash, so I'm going to demolish that. So we have 2 dams in here, which is great. We're starting to build up this area, which is great. They started work on this. We have all the planks we need for those ones. And I placed in 1 tall floodgate there and 2 tall double floodgates there. So that will probably work well for us. Might want to add in another underground pile for the trees there. Later on, what I want to do, I'm contemplating this. I want to add in a couple of floodgates here as well, and then explode this bit so water can flow through here. But before that I need to place in a dam there so we can have a bit of a build up in here. It will flow through there. Then the area around this will also turn green. Then I also want to add in a bit of explosives there, so this area can be flooded. Then I can always explode a stream through here, so there's a bit of a flow through here. So this area, a lot of this area will be green, so we can always plant up there. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, now that's sorted out. We can concentrate on this game again. As you can see, the bad water is really flowing down in here. That's why I wanted to add in this. Basically this levee system. It's not the best. We'll have a bit of flooding in here because that will back up, and so yeah, I might just think about closing this up first. You know, that might be a smart thing to do. As soon as we can explode this bit, so we can basically reroute this a bit, that might be something that we want to do. there another way that we can get this through here? Not really. Yeah, that's fine. That's not really a priority for us. This is more of a priority. To get this done and dusted. Okay, so that's getting done. What are they working on now? See there, we have 4 openings and it's for the hauling post. So that's good. No worries there. We have 3 new children. So that's good. I'm gonna bump this up. As you can see, there's a lot of carrots here just sitting around. We have an extra hauler that will get materials moved up and around. That's good. We have 4 holders, great. So hopefully this will get done. This is a lower priority. We can get that sorted. Let's unlock the gear workshop. Now the thing... Okay, we have a drought approaching. So as soon as everything here is connected up, we have power on that side. Do I want to do the same on this side? You know what? I just might want to do that. Printing press, tapper shack, wood workshop. What's the size of this? Okay, so if we go ahead and do the same type of setup on this side. I'd like to use a 4-way power shaft intersections. Just so we can get power everywhere, and it's only 3 more, and otherwise you have to demolish it and place a new one if you want to make any changes. So I like doing that. Then we can get the gear workshops in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thing is, will we have enough power? So that's already 480. This produces 135 per cubic meter. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So hopefully these levees around here will funnel this water, because we have 2 bad water sources here, so it's quite a lot of water going through there. So we might be able to get reduce this more. So hopefully this doesn't flood over, but we still have a bit of leeway there. So I'm not really too bothered with that, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. And another death from old age, but that's fine. Get that working. So this is still going strong. We will have a drought, but that will get sorted in time. So let's quickly get that designated to be planted as well. And get to that area. Yes, you can. Great. So we do have some logs sitting in here. So I'm not too worried about that. Here we need 40 gears of it. As soon as we get this, the medium tanks, we need gears as well. So that's one of the reasons for why I want to get this up and running as soon as possible. Going to pause this for now so we can get 1 water wheel in and the rest. And hopefully that will work. Hopefully that will do wonders for us. So we lost another worker somewhere, because we had another death from old age. We have 4 empty beds, 11 children, so yeah, hopefully that will get the work done. Okay, so that got built. We just need to get these 3 built up as soon as possible. I'm going to prioritize that for now. Okay, and the drought has started, but we have dams in here, so this will drain immediately. But these 2 bits are still good to go. It's a 6-day drought basically, so yeah, let's get through this. And we survived that drought. It's been maybe a day since that has been completed, so as you can see here, this has also been finished. So let's get this front bit destroyed. Same over there. And let's get all of these resources basically shipped back as soon as possible. Gonna get that prioritized. This got built, and I took out these 2 paths and placed in this so we can get from this side over to this side instead of going through all through there. I took out those blueberries. Now for housing, I actually want to create an area where our beavers can stay. But in the meantime, let's get something like that going. Gather a flag, if we put it there, I'm gonna stop that, and as soon as that gets basically finished, then we can sort that out. Do I want to place it there? You know what? No. I basically want to place it over here, basically there. As soon as that's emptied out, then we can get that sorted for us. So I don't really want to build everything up now. I just want to get this one done. We can have a bit more in... you know what, I have a lot of bricks. I'm just going to demolish that. Great, now we have that going through there. Let's put the gatherer there. Will it... Nah, it's basically everything. Just that last bit we won't be able to collect. But that's not a worry for us. This will get ripped out eventually, and that this will be other crops. We have quite a bit of space here. Quite a lot of area left for carrots and berries. The question is, do I want to rip this out so long? Placing another large storage. I think so. I think so. Do we have anything still there? Yeah, they'll get through. Ah, because we can't really get to that. So yeah, they'll get through that. And yeah, we'll get this done. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Now for this, I'm gonna up the priority for this, so that can get built in the meantime. For this, highest priority for that, and then slightly lower priority for all of that, but still high. But yeah, this will get built up before this. You know what? No. I said that and then I'm changing my mind already. Let's get all this built up as soon as possible. I want to get this water wheel in, these levees, and a water wheel in, so that's the power connection, so we can power this. So our log situation has greatly improved, and I might want to get that prioritized as well. If you can get that built. Couple of deaths from old age, that's why I want to get this done sooner rather than later. Not really placing a lot of emphasis on priority for that. So as you can see, we're a bit... Come on, that needs to get built. Our lock situation is really good. That might change as soon as we get this built up. But we're cranking out the planks, which is great. There's a couple of some large ruins here as well. So we might want to look into that. Biofuel pot. So for well-being, we can always get some of this in so we can boost the well-being of our beavers. And since we are going to do this area over here, might as well get that done and include it. How big is a contemplation spot? Let's put that in as well. That's everything is a bit higher priority, but still. Our farmers are still keeping up with everything, so I'm not too worried about that. You know what? Let's empty this and let's get that changed over to one of these so we can have a lot of carrots in storage. Foresters, great. Foresters, great. As you can see, that's a bit of an issue, but that will get sorted. I like looking at these little beavers running around doing their thing. Now this is just a balancing act to get all of this done and get beavers to grow up fast enough so we don't have any vacancies. But that's why we have a hauling post as the lowest priority. Those berries will get picked up when they get picked up. I'm not really going to stress about that. Let's get this in. Set this up for carrots. And hopefully that will get sorted. But as I said, I'm not going to let you sit through this. So let's see how this goes. Okay. And as you can see, they completed this area for the water wheels. And it's producing about 260 HP each of these. And the water level hasn't risen on this side, so that's good. This is 120, so more one of these can power two of these, so yeah, we have a bit of excess. I also placed in a lumber mill here. I placed in this for the gears, and on top of that a large pile for planks. This one I don't really know what I want to place in there. The same with that. But I have another one for planks and one for logs. So I might just get these built to get the storage units on top. And if you take a look here, I added in these platforms so we can get to that easier. And I also created that. I wanted to have that going down there, but that's just not feasible for us. So let's do that. See, this area, they can't really plant anything because of a bad water contamination. I might want to get maybe this where's the contamination barrier? That one. I might want to get that in, but I need metal for that. So for our gear production, I'm going to kick that one off and this one. The reason I chose this one is because we have a power connection there, and then the lumber mill doesn't have anything, so I really want to get that done. And planks. Well, I'm going to set this to obtain, because we do have a lot of unemployed workers, so I might just want to add in another hauling post. And again, the lowest priority. Get that up to 10 workers. So we'll have a lot of haulers, so they can do what they have to do Planks 94, no, not a lot of planks, but we do have some. We have almost 1,000 logs. Next thing I want to address is our water situation, but that can be addressed as soon as we get gears. So as soon as this is up and running and we have a couple of gears in stock, then we can get that going for us as well. I want to unlock the underground pile as well, but yeah, as you can see, it takes gears and planks and logs, so for now I'm gonna leave it like that. These two are up and running. Great. What? We have 1,050 power going in there, so that's good. So I'm gonna get that gear workshop also kicked off. I might want to add in another lumber mill. So let's get that in. Let's get that built up. I moved the efficient farmhouse from this side to this side. I added in for potatoes. Let's get that as a priority. And then grilled potatoes, grilled potatoes, grilled potatoes. And I moved that berry one underneath there. So, let's get these resources out of here. Do something like that. You know what? I'm going to go up to there. The same thing with that, up to there. So we can add in pathways in there as well. I'm going to prioritize this, so we can get that in as soon as possible. So what are we going to plant here? You all know it's going to be potatoes. We also need a grill. So let's set, you know what, no, let's change that up. And F, change that. And I want grilled potatoes. We have our first bad tide approaching. Now I need to keep a level head here, so that I know to close this up and open this so it flows off. So as you can see, what I've done here is I'm going to create a couple of areas where we have pockets of water. And as soon as a bad tide hits, we can just open these up completely and let that flow through. And if we normal tide, we can just leave those up. And I added in this as well because I want to experiment. At this stage, if you can see here, this is a too high one, as you can see there. And this is only one block high. So I'm not sure if this will work, but we'll see. If I close this up, and I might want to add in a couple in here as well, so it's a bit faster. So I close this up in its bad tide, it will flow up to there, and then it will push off there. I'm not sure if it will work, but we'll see if it works. If it works, great. If not, yeah, that's fine too. Do something like that. And then this will be the lowest of low priorities. The same with this. I'm gonna do the same on this side. And on this. Because I want that first, and then we can take that next one. I might just want to install a mod to automatically close these floodgates when bad tide opens, and open this one and open that one as soon as that gets built, just so it's automated, because I will forget. Let's face it, I will forget. So I don't really want to have that on my conscience, but yeah, we'll see. That needs to... We are out of planks, but we do have some... some gears in there. I'm gonna set this to empty and this to empty, so I can delete that. And then we can take out this pathway right there. Oh no, I need that one still, I believe. Because each one of these small ones contains has a capacity of 30, this has a capacity of 300. This is still the base, but it's a 3x3, but you need metal and gears for that. That's why I'm thinking about just using the medium ones for now. So storage, get this as a high priority, and this is water. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this already has 60 more than all of us combined. So it's not too shabby, hey Nige? Definitely need more planks being produced. But that will get built as sooner or later, hopefully. That will get taken out. Bad tide started. So this all the way up, this all the way down. Let's just make sure that, yeah. So here comes the bad water. Whew. So that's good. We are starting to build up this as well, so we'll have a bit of a reservoir down there. Do I want to pause this? I think let's pause this for now. We do have some water in stock, and we can always unpause it again if we run out of water. But for now, let's just do that. And there's always just one popping up there where you don't want it. I'm going to leave. I'm not going to plant there, because I might want to demolish or bulldoze that or explode that. Let's get that also going. And then potatoes. Get that planted up. And you know what? I'm going to unpause that as well. We have that going for us. We just need all of this to get built. So I'm going to say, you know what? High priority. But I think this will be a good place to call it for a day. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheerio.